Okay. So the first segment was a little chaotic. We still don't have our guest, but that's okay. We're going to continue working on this, okay? You can count on me. I'll be right here waiting for you.
You can text Lillian McDermott or leave her a voicemail at 407-373-5959. Once again, here's Lillian.
Welcome back to the Lillian McDermott radio show, where we always learn and grow together. Today's teachers, let me just say that today's sponsor for the show is Transformations Medical Weight Loss Clinics. Trey Stouffer is the CEO of Transformations, and he has been a supporter of the show for over 2 years, probably even 2.5 years, maybe even 3. It's been a while, and we totally support everything that they're doing. They bring you in not just to have you lose quick weight, but to also learn about health and wellness. And that's why we have paired up with Transformations. We're having some difficulty getting Trey back on, but just know that the number for Transformations, if you ever want to look into going to Transformations, the Transformations number is 877-827-8669. That's 877-827-8669. And you can check to see a location near you and those locations so that you know right now, but that doesn't mean that you can't drive to them depending on where you're at. It's Oviedo, Orlando, Lake Mary, Claremont, Kissimmee, Tampa, Melbourne, Mount Dora. So this is a place where you can go to when you need a group of people to cheer you on and how to claim your health back. These are guided weight loss with a medical group. And so they offer different options for you. And Trey Stouffer has been wonderful. And for some reason, we are having some difficulties getting him on. But for now, just know that we are committed. The Lillian McDermott radio show is committed to embracing a new truth about healthy eating and living. So the Heal Tribe was formed as a result of the Lillian McDermott radio show, and Transformation Medical Weight Loss Clinics is very supportive of this. And we've embraced Dr. Joel Fuhrman, his nutritarian lifestyle. So that's a whole food, plant-based. You don't have to be vegan, but during our time together, we embrace no animal products. We embrace a whole food, plant-based. You can do within 5%, 5 to 10%, a nutritarian lifestyle. You could have animal products, but just make sure that you know where they're coming from. So if they're organic, if they're sourced, how they're sourced. So you want to make sure that's non-GMO organic. So we're having a Heal Tribe meeting tomorrow, September 11th in the Brevard County area. But everybody, Jacksonville, my listeners from all over, you can carpool together and join us. Now, the next meeting, the next Heal Tribe meeting is the third. It's always the third Wednesday of the month in Jacksonville, and that's going to be September 19th. So for those of you who live in the Jacksonville area and you need this extra support, this is a place where you can go to where we're all learning together. We bring the experts. We bring people to give us motivational talk. So the last month we had our first potluck meal for the Heal Tribe in Jacksonville on the First Coast. And it was such a success. We were so proud of the food that we made, that we created. And it wasn't difficult at all. No different than creating a meal that you would make from, the table. Instead of going to the grocery store and buying a can of whatever that may have sodium, may have sugars, may have foods that don't support the lifestyle that you want. It's so much easier to just get, if you want to get something from a can or a jar or whatever, make sure it just has one ingredient, which is whatever it is that you want, like tomatoes. If you want to make your own tomato sauce and you don't want to buy tomatoes and blend them, that's how easy it is. It's just buy tomatoes and blend them. And so we think it has to be this long process. It is not. And we also think it has to have oil. It does not. And as a matter of fact, oil has like 120 or 125 calories per tablespoon. Who puts 1 tablespoon when they're sauteing? You put a whole half a cup or something. I mean, it's just a lot more. And so those are extra calories that bear no nutritional value whatsoever. So the first Coast Heal Tribe meeting is September 19th. That's September 19th. And the Space Coast is tomorrow, September 11th, and that's what we're going to be doing. So today with Transformations Medical Weight Loss Clinic and with the CEO of Transformations Medical Weight Loss, that's Trey Stouffer, today we're going to talk about how to keep our intention of being healthy throughout the year, but especially this fourth quarter as we're entering the celebratory time of year where we celebrate the, Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas and all the other traditional celebrations from other areas of the world, denominations. And this is a time where we concentrate on what it is. How do we want to finish the year? Do we want to say, oh, just forget about it? I've already, lost my will to keep my intention or my motivation to release some weight. Well, if that's where you're at, you can always go back. There's always a Monday. There's always the beginning of the month. There's always the beginning of the year. That could be today. It doesn't have to be a Monday. It doesn't have to be the beginning of the year. It could be now. This is the now. This is the first day that you make that commitment. And what does it look like? Well, as we've joined the Heal Tribe, and I love all my friends from Heal Tribe, we support one another, just like they do with Transformations Medical Weight Loss Clinics. You go there and it's a one-on-one, personalized with a medical team for you to figure out, have I gained weight or feel unhealthy because there's something wrong, or is it because I've developed some poor habits, some poor nutritional habits? Well, if it's the poor nutritional habits, it's something that we all fall into. We fall into without even knowing, because we're told from the moment we're born that it's okay to eat these things. But when you have a condition that may be keeping you, and even if you have nutritional excellence and this condition is keeping you from the weight loss that you are desiring, then Transformation Medical Weight Loss Clinics is able to help guide you in every turn. And again, the number for Transformations Medical Weight Loss Clinics is 877-827-8669. Or you can go to 87 Start Now. And then there is transformationsweightloss.com, that you can go to transformationsweightloss.com and start your new beginning. And then the Heal Tribe is there to help you as well. So since today we're expecting Trey Stouffer, let's talk about this body of ours that we take to everything that we do. We take our body to relationships. We take our body to our mind, body, spirit routine, to our work, our careers, our schools. We take our body along with everything we are to making a difference. So since we are all responsible and we focus on taking 100% responsibility, reformatting the word responsibility to not being blame, shame, fault, or duty, but being more of an empowerment and freedom. If I am the creator of my life, I can create what I want. What is it that I want? Should I be grateful for the body that I am taking to every place that I go to? What is it that I want? How can I create the relationships that I want instead of looking at the relationships I don't have? What about the relationships that I desire? The relationships that are healthy, functional, that are supportive? What is it that I can do to create that? Perhaps it's to be grateful for what I have. grateful for the people around me. And perhaps I need to shift looking at the people that are maybe disrespecting me or maybe not even interested in me, and shift it around again and say, what is it about them that I could be interested about? People love to talk about themselves. So instead of going to a party and saying, look at me and let me tell you everything that I'm doing, perhaps a shift could be asking them how they are and what they're doing. And perhaps eventually they'll ask you what you're doing. So if you're tired of not having the connections in the groups that you would like to develop, then perhaps maybe it's time for you to start the process by asking others, how can I best support you? And in giving back that support, that is maybe how we can start that transformation in our body. So perhaps taking inventory. Do I have the life that I want? So if I want to achieve health, which by the way, Transformations Medical Weight Loss Clinics is the sponsor of the show, and Transformations Medical Weight Loss Clinics can be found all over Oviedo, Orlando, Lake Mary, Claremont, Kissimmee, Tampa, Melbourne, and Mount Dora. And for those of you who live in the First Coast, grab a bunch of people and put them in a group and a van or whatever, and come and join Transformations, or join us tomorrow for our Heal Tribe meal and the Space Coast. And that's September 11th at Blessed Sacrament Catholic Church, Parish Hall, and that's 5135 US 1 in Cocoa. And bring a whole food plant-based meal, but call me at 407-373-5959 so that you can let me know that you would like to attend, and perhaps maybe you want a recipe, and we can give you a recipe from Dr. Joel Furman's cookbooks and that you can feel comfortable in doing. So taking inventory, that was what I wanted to talk about, is where am I right now? Am I happy with my body? Am I happy with my health? Am I happy with my friendships? Am I happy with my careers or my career? And so at that time, write down what it is that you want. What is it that you want to accomplish? What is it that you desire? Not what you don't have right now, but what you want. And then start making a plan to create it. Practice these healthy lifestyles. They say that nutrition and wellness begins at the grocery store. Stop buying the things that are causing you to feel horrible. Now, keep in mind that the food industry spends billions of dollars trying to figure out the combination between sweet, tart, bitter, tangy, and once you take a bite of that processed food, the goal for them is to hook you, to addict you. And the more you step aside from that, you step away from that, the more you will feel that you crave foods that are healthy for you. These foods are created to hack your brain and tell you that the demand that more of these foods be in your body. Those foods do not create a nutritional balance in your body. So with that in mind, we're going to continue our conversation and focusing what we want when it comes to our healthy eating and living lifestyle when we return worldwide at whenyounneedafriend.com. We'll be right here waiting for you.
I'll be right here waiting for you.
You can text Lillian McDermott or leave her a voicemail at 407-373-5959. Once again, here's Lillian.
Welcome back to the Lillian McDermott radio show, where we always learn and grow together. And today we were expecting Trey Stouffer of Transformations Medical Weight Loss Clinics, but he is unable to join us right now. Hopefully, maybe we can get a glimpse of him. But just know that Transformations Medical Weight Loss Clinic has been a sponsor of the Lillian McDermott radio show now for almost 3 years. I'm trying to remember when we first started together. And Transformations Medical Weight Loss Clinics can be found in Oviedo, Orlando, Lake Mary, Claremont, Kissimmee, Tampa, Melbourne, Mount Dora, and it is so close to just the surrounding cities, even the First Coast. Trey has told me in the past that people from Jacksonville, they will get together, a group of friends, and they go together from all over, and they form a group that are losing or releasing weight with a medical doctor supporting a team with a medical doctor. So I want to encourage you to call 877-827-8669. But this is what we talk about on the Lillian McDermott radio show. We talk about taking ownership, owning our life. If we don't own our life, who will? And if the person we give our life to, will they make the best decisions for us, or will they make the best decisions for them? So we can take this ownership by taking our first step towards health, mind, body, spirit. What does that look like? Well, each day we talk about this on the Lillian McDermott radio show. And I want to encourage you to go to whenyouneedafriend.com, become a subscriber. And when you become a subscriber, you get free gifts, including the 90-day challenge to self-love ebook. Are you depressed? Are you anxious? Well, the connection between those two is that you have lost yourself. And so I created the 90-day challenge to self-love because I wanted us all, and I went through this process myself. I wanted all of us to reconnect with self. When you reconnect with self, you reconnect with your creator. And that is such a beautiful combination. If you are ready to take that first step for self-care, self-love, self-unity with your creator, then become a subscriber at whenyouneedafriend.com. This gift is yours, free. And while you're there at whenyouneedafriend.com, check out all the icons, all the connections, all the social media. Follow me on social media, like me or subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's a YouTube channel button, and you get when you watch the YouTube channel and you subscribe, the show gets sent to your email, and wherever your email is open, whether it's your tablet or your phone, your smartphone, that's where you will get the show sent to. While you are there, like I said, one of the buttons that I would like for you to click on, and I always ask you to do this, is my sponsors button. And these are sponsors who are supporting the show. Without these sponsors, we would not have a show. So I'd like for you, as well as Transformations Medical Weight Loss Clinic, because they always have some great deals. And if you bring a friend, you get some credits, and their nutraceuticals are out of this world. There's so many wonderful things that you can get as well. So when you go to the subscribers page, make sure you support our sponsors. My sponsors page. Support our sponsors the way they are supporting us. You can follow me on podcast on demand. You can listen now and tune in. You can listen live on TuneIn. You can also listen live at whenyouneedafriend.com worldwide. And if you have any questions or any suggestions that I do a show and research a show on, you can call at 407-373-5959. I hope that you're listening to us loud and clear today as we talk about how to get back on track. This is the fourth quarter of the year. We're doing events like tomorrow with the Heal Tribe in the Space Coast, September 11th, September 19th for the Heal Tribe in the First Coast. We're coming together and creating a potluck meal that is whole food, plant-based in Brevard County or in the First Coast. Call me if you want to join or learn more. You can call me at 407-373-5959. So we're trying to create different ways to get back on track and finish the fourth quarter of the year strong. If you've given up on your resolutions, quote unquote, which I call commitments, or awareness, or decisions that we've made to live a good life, and all of a sudden you've lost your steam. It's time to get back on the train. It's time to get back on the bus, whatever it is that will hold your body to that next place where you can make a new commitment, a new resolve that you do want to live a healthy life. What does that look like for you? Does it mean being grateful for the body that you take everywhere you go? Or does it mean you need to take inventory, or you get to take inventory for the life that you want to create? And then write down in these beautiful journals what you want. What do I want right now? Take that inventory of where my life is right now and where I want to be, and start focusing on where you want to be and taking those steps on doing so. Is it weight loss? Is it releasing weight? Well, let's work backwards. With Transformations Medical Weight Loss Clinic, they ask the question, is there a condition keeping you from that? Or is it just habits that need to improve? We need to improve our habits. What is it? And so you work with a team. With us, you work with the Heal Tribe. And so then you practice these healthy eating and living lifestyle practices. You embrace them into your life. What does it look like? Well, this is what we talk about on the show. There's so many different shows that you can tune to, or you can join the Heal Tribe, First Coast, Space Coast, and we meet at different times because I'm only one person and I can only go to one place at a time. Have not figured out how to clone myself yet, which would be a great argument for cloning if we could figure out ways that we could be at multiple places. But I think someone, the creator, has that role already. Okay, so the next thing that I came up with as I'm thinking about how do we get back onto this self-love bus, self-love train, so we can gather momentum and bring other people with us as well, which is to be kind. Be kind to ourselves. I read a meditation this morning, interestingly enough, it just hit me. It was about how people don't pray for skunks. And I thought that this is really true. You know, we don't pray for skunks. We don't pray for, it's like, it was a meditation on Mary Davis, and she saw this skunk that was limping. She knew that it was about to die. And she thought, does anybody ever pray for skunks? People that are undesirable, animals that are prickly. It's time to be kind to everyone. We never know when that prickly person really needs prayer, affirmation, a positive, kind word. But what if that person is you? What are you saying to yourself? Be kind. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to those that have that skunk-like quality, which was a great meditation this morning that reminded me that it is time to be kind to everyone, including yourself. One of the things that kind of keep us from, and this will be the next one on my list, one of the things that kind of keeps us from giving ourselves the love that we want and doing what it is that we would like for ourselves is to let go of this inner perfectionism. I had a guest on the show called it an perfectious infection, or an perfectious infection, or something like that. And when I went through my personal growth and going back as a certified life coach, one of the things that I learned was about excellence, not perfection. I believe perfection is an illusion, because what's perfect for me may not be what's perfect for somebody else. So I get to focus on excellence, what I consider excellence. And so instead of looking at that perfection, look at excellence. What do I call excellence? And then when we fall short of that, letting go of that judgment, the judgment that we can let go of, saying we're not good enough, we'll never be good enough, or whatever it is that we're saying to ourselves. Remember, we need to be kind to not only the skunks of this world, but we need to include ourselves in that little skunk group, and the pricklies and all of that. So letting go of judgment and that critical inner, that vicious inner critic, Vic, that lies, the committee. I had Mark, I forget what his last name is now. I'll remember his name, but he said that he has a committee in his head, and one of the members of his committee is Vic, and Vic is the vicious inner critic. And it caused me to look at my committee and who was in my committee. I have cheerleaders in my committee, and I have Vic also. Vic is in my committee as well. And so who is in your committee, your thoughts? Who is talking to you whenever you are trying to make a decision or hearing the words, you are not enough? It is time to be kind to ourselves and everybody else, because we can come from a place of abundance. When we're kind to ourselves, we can come from a place of abundance towards others. And we're going to continue our conversation worldwide at whenyounneedafriend.com. We'll be right here waiting for you. Okay, here we go. So I guess Trey is not joining us, but I want to encourage you to go to transformationsweightloss.com. And they've been around for over 30 years. They have a great formula, and it's a formula that gets you into the family for a lifetime. It's not just for a contract. So I want to encourage you to call 877-827-8669 or 87-START-NOW. That's 87-START-NOW. And their website is transformationsweightloss.com. They are a great company, and they have a good formula. It's a beginning. You know, transformation is a beginning to get you where you want to be. But then you're going to learn more and more and more truths along the way. And so take us on that journey with you. So Brian, how much time do we have? 30 seconds. You know, I have like this 30-second countdown in my head. Okay, so we're going to continue talking about the different ways that we can get back on the train. Not the gravy train. That would not be a good train. It's the whole food plant-based train. How about that? So Brian, I still can't hear the music. So count me down. Oh. Okay, I hear it now. Okay, I think I need to dance because this has been. Oh, you can turn up the volume. Are you dancing with me, Brian?
You can text Lillian McDermott or leave her a voicemail at 407-373-5959. Once again, here's Lillian.
Welcome back to the Lillian McDermott radio show, where we always learn and thrive together. Today, sponsor of the show is Transformations Medical Weight Loss. You can find Transformations Medical Weight Loss at transformationsweightloss.com. You can go to whenyounneedafriend.com, check out my sponsors, click on their buttons, click on all my sponsors, as I mentioned before, and you can call them at 877-827-8669. That's 877-827-8669. And the locations where you can find Transformations right now is Oviedo, Orlando, Lake Mary, Claremont, Kissimmee, Tampa, Melbourne, and Mount Dora. They're doing something right for 30 years. Over 30 years, other places have come and gone, and they're still around. And I am so proud to be in alignment with Transformations Medical Weight Loss. They're a start for you. The Heal Tribe could be a start for you. And so I was talking about getting on the train, not the gravy train, but the train that's going to lead to health. What road you take will decide what your end result is. So get on the whole food, plant-based, train. That's where we want to go. This is a place where you bring yourself, you bring your grateful self, you take inventory about what you want and create what you want. Yes, we can focus on what is wrong, or we can focus on what is right. We can focus on what we don't have, or what we can focus on what we want to achieve. Either way, it's a focus. That's the train you get on. So if you get on what you don't want, it'll lead you to what you don't want. If you get on the train that you want, then it'll lead you to what you want. Toot, toot. See how simple that is? And it starts with decisions and choices that you make, the people that surround you. Sometimes if we are alcoholics, we got to either enroll our alcoholic friends into going into this no alcohol mode, or we make new friends. As simple as that. I know it's difficult to walk away from friends that we love, but when you're strong and you can be around people who drink, and using this alcohol scenario, once you're strong, you can rejoin them. But until you develop the habits that you need, it is time to develop new friendships. Join groups and organizations that will support what it is that you want. The Heal Tribe, the Healthy Eating and Living Tribe, First Coast meets September 19th, or the third Wednesday of the month. And then we are changing because we want to, there are some groups that we want to make sure we include and join. And so we're going to be getting together September 11th, and there's another group that I just found out meets on the same day. And so we're working on a date that's going to work for all of us. But tomorrow is September 11th for the Space Coast Heal Tribe, and it's a potluck. We're going to take what we've learned either on the show or the wonderful teachers that we've had on the Heal Tribe, and we're going to now come together and create whole food, plant-based meals that we are proud of. They are to live for. Why would you give anything to anyone that's to die for? We want to live, and how we want to live is so important. So figure that out. Write down what it is that you want. Then we talked about kindness to yourself and others, letting go of the perfection infection, and maybe working towards excellence. What is excellence to you? Another way that you can get back on that whole food, plant-based, or healthy train is to let go of judgment. Those names that you call yourself, let go of judgment. This is right, this is wrong. Yes, there are some end-all be-alls, rights and wrongs. Don't go to a bank and rob it. Don't ever do that. But you can support someone who has thought that maybe a life of crime was going to be the only life they could have. But you could support someone, say, no, you are good. You can figure out, if you could figure out how to do this the wrong way, perhaps maybe you can figure out how to do this the right way. It all depends on your thought process. What train are you getting on? And then begin to notice that internal critic. Learn that internal critic and rewrite the words that internal critic is saying to you. Is the word, I'm not good enough? Is somebody better than you? Is somebody smarter than you? Yes, they will be, but that doesn't mean they're better than you. That doesn't mean you aren't smart at what you are smart at. It doesn't mean that you're smart and they're smart are different smarts, and together you make one great brain. So there's so many different ways to turn around, to change around what it is that you're looking at. And I love this quote by Wayne Dyer. Actually, it's Max Planck, but I heard Wayne Dyer say it. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. What are you willing to do to live the life, to take ownership of this life of yours? If you give your life away, if you give somebody else the power, whether it's your doctor, your spouse, your best friend, your addiction, food, drugs, when you give your power to that, will it have your best intention in mind? That's why we take ownership of what we want to create. We own our life. That's where we can be responsible, aka ownership, aka empowerment, aka opportunity. What would you like to bring into your life? It's as simple as changing your thoughts. As simple as changing them, becoming aware. And as soon as that Vic shows up, that vicious inner critic, rewrite the story. If the story is, I'm not good enough, and Vic says that to you, vicious inner critic, then be ready with that cheerleader inside of you, that committee that says, I am capable. I am enough. I am smart. I am beautiful. I am. And by the way, that's another gift that you get is my positive affirmation audio CD. It may not be the best one, but it's a start. There are others out there that are trying to get you to focus on who you want to be, who you were created to be. But somewhere along the way, someone told you a lie and you believed it. Whether it's your doctor who tells you that you have 3 weeks to live, or it's your best friend who says you look fat. All those things, write those words down and find a reframe them so that they can encourage you. So how will you end this fourth quarter as we enter into the celebratory time of year, starting with Halloween, then Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, and then it's, oh my God, what am I going to do with this body? Take everything that you are and love it the way it is, but expect it to get better. Expect it to do better. Expect it to know better. And follow suit, because first it's the thought, then it's the feeling, then it's the action. It's that action that's going to get to you. It's going to get to where you need to be. Get on the healthy train, not the gravy train, the healthy train. You can start by calling Transformations Medical Weight Loss Clinics. I want to thank our sponsor today, Transformation, 877-827-8669, for becoming a sponsor of the show. And I want to thank you for listening. I want to invite you to go to whenyouneedafriend.com, to website, and learn more about the events this week. And as always, I'll be right here waiting for you worldwide at whenyouneedafriend.com. This is Lillian McDermott wishing you love, peace, joy, and unexpected abundance. Make it the best day ever. I hope you said that with me. Okay, so for those of you, I did not record the first part of the show because there was so much crazy chaos happening. But here's what happened. So my guest didn't show up, Transformations Medical Weight Loss Clinic. We had some technical difficulty, but I want to encourage you to do whatever it takes to live the life of your dreams. And until next time, I will see you soon.